you might be saying, this isn't a broke college kid and how to make easy college kid meals. It's because I'm home for the summer. However, the water's out. And I want mac and cheese. And also I can give some updates. I usually do white cheddar, but today I'm doing thick and creamy because last time I had thick and creamy and my mom used it for something by accident. This could technically be a easy college kid meal as long as you have access to a pot, stove, milk, and butter. So it's not too uneasy for college kids. My water is currently off, so we filled the tea kettle last night just in case. It's gonna mostly fill this. There we go. You want it about halfway. At least that's what I usually do. So there's still water in the tea kettle. And now I have water in my pot. I always salt it before I started turning it on. Now mac and cheese for me is very easy to make. I'm actually going to pull out the butter and let that start melting in a bowl because I like to make the sauce while the noodles are cooking. But that's boiling and I want to give a couple updates in just a moment. So my biggest update is that right now I'm not streaming or really posting on YouTube. However, I am working on a couple of VODs slowly over time because right now we're having internet problems and we're going to reach out to customer service because the internet box keeps saying only one thing is connected even though our TV will be running completely fine. So we know it's an error with the box. But I have a lot of Milkcraft VODs. I'm going to be editing down because at first I was not doing heavy lore. And also there's a couple errors in some of them. I'll be editing down and I'll be posting the edited versions. I don't know if I'm gonna make a VOD channel for the full versions, but that's gonna be happening. I have not been able to do much, and right now I'm also taking a summer course that is rather intensive, so I haven't had much time to work on it. But fun fact about thick and creamy mac and cheese while I'm at it, it takes the same amount of butter, 4 tablespoons, however it takes a half cup of milk instead of a quarter cup. So there's actually more to it, and I think it's because the milk packet makes it creamier. And so what I do from now is I pour this in, and while I sometimes melt the milk, or heat the milk. I did not. But then I let that kind of sit, it's warm enough that it should melt a little, and then I make the sauce, so that way I can just make it straight in that bowl. One day I might do a longer video with an actual mac and cheese recipe I found somewhere, but I like doing these little short ones, and they're great for small updates. So I'll be done once this is done and the pasta's in it and done, so I can show you the next steps. I do try to usually offer nutritious meal options, but sometimes you just need what you need. The butter did not melt the way I usually melt it. I usually use like the soft butter, but it's fine. Sometimes you just need an easy meal.